Our mission statement declares to proclaim the everlasting gospel and nurture every member in preparation for Christ's second coming. This continues to be the motivation for ministry in our conference. To date, evangelistic reports reflect approximately 500 souls baptized, with some 300 of those processed through the reporting system. Camp Meeting 2017 was launched with the theme, The Refreshing, featuring guest speakers Pastor Steve Riley of the South Caribbean Conference, Pastor Williams Joseph of Allegheny West Conference, and Pastor Manasseh Sims of the South Bahamas Conference. Indeed, our hearts were watered and one precious soul was baptized. The shared vision of the membership for a multi-purpose building for the South Bahamas Conference was officially launched. There is currently an urgent need for this facility, which will have the capacity to house the entire conference membership in one place for major joint events. Lord Transform Me continues to loom with great significance in the hearts of the leadership. So in conjunction with our union, immediately after camp meeting, intentional efforts were put in motion for a gigantic Lord Transform Me rally. This became a reality on the afternoon of September 23rd at the Hillview Church. The keynote speaker was Pastor Peter Carr, who unpacked the essentials in a way that only he can. The conference coordinator, Pastor Peter Joseph, along with assistant Pastor Asher Dane Duncan, must be commended for a job well done. Other evangelistic activities were as follows. Y10 Summer Youth Campaign saw 37 persons baptized. In October and November, some 115 souls were added to the Kingdom of God during campaigns conducted at the churches. Financially, the conference remains on a solid foundation as reflected in the following synopsis. Working capital, 162.21%. Liquidity, 132.50%. Our tithe in January was indicated in a deficit of negative 18.81%, and today that has been reduced to a negative 1.43%. The UDF in January showed an 8,000 deficit, and today is showing a deficit for the year of 81,000. Kindly be aware that the reserves are more than able to erase this present debt overnight. Nonetheless, two significant items contributed to this reality. The first being the needed repair of the conference roof and the need to install a fire suppression system at the academy for safety reasons. Both items amounted to well over $200,000. The Adventist lay missionary movement continues to make strides through lay leaders like Elder Winston Ash, Marva Farquharson, and special mention is made of Elder Kenneth Williams and his wife Ernestine, who have relocated to the island of Maguana, a previously unentered territory in the field. Presently, over 20 persons are regularly attending a branch Sabbath school on the island. The Health Ministries Department has particularly brought back to the focus for this season the Stop Smoking program and did so in collaboration with the Healthy Lifestyle Bahamas. Dr. John Kerry was the lead presenter. July 15th saw the launching of the Public Campus Ministry Movement coordinated by Pastor Jamal Franklin here in the South Bahamas Conference at the Johnson Park Church. Some 50-plus students attended and committed to be missionaries on their campus. The Children and Adolescent Ministries Department, led by Sister Joan Scavella, affirmed through their Children's Doctrinal Seminar that our children are hungry for the Word. Bahamas Academy continues to be a beacon of light in a dark place. Earlier this quarter, Mrs. Tamara Dixon became the newest ELC coordinator and was welcomed warmly by the administration and staff. Our student body, with just over 800 students, continue to make us proud academically, socially, and spiritually. Our Pathfinders took to the road once again for World Pathfinder Day and participated in a blood drive for the good of others. The Family Life Department recently hosted a Winning Your Marriage social at the headquarters, followed by the Winning Your Marriage 3-day conference at the Malia Nassau Beach, with special guest presenters Dr. Raymond Ostrander from Andrews University, Michigan, and Pastor Levy Johnson, Central Jamaica Conference. The women of SBC stayed on the move, and in addition to Family Island Impact programs, they were this year afforded the privilege of hosting the Atlantic Caribbean Union's annual retreat. The two media entities continue to share the light of the gospel here in the South Bahamas Conference, and most recently through their Mediathon created a higher consciousness of the entities and their impact for good. Special thanks to Mrs. Audrey Wright and her team for the outstanding efforts in the area of music coordination for every program of the church. Public affairs and religious liberty is on constant display to the public, from promoting the beautification of the facilities to seeking to protect the rights of members and non-members alike. Presently, the department is engaged in discussions and appeals with educational institutions regarding the rights of students to have alternate days for exams. It is the hope of the administration of this field, along with all other entities of God's remnant church, will be found faithful and receive the commendation from the lip of Jesus, "Well done, good and faithful servants." God's richest blessings to one and all.